When someone asks you, why do you like that person? Most of us will say it's personality. But is that actually true? Or does outer appearance matter more? In this week's episode, we are going to dive in deeper and ask the question, which is more important? Appearance or personality? Let's go. Alright, we are back for episode 9, right? Episode 9, right?
Oh my gosh, 9
yes,
episode.
episode 9.
Hope y'all are doing okay. I think before I start, how have y'all been?
It's
Deepavali
busy.
kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
Hey,
tiring.
Deepavali, happy Diwali, bro.
Thanks,
Correct.
bro. It's damn
Deepavali.
tiring.
It was the Deepavali week.
It was the yes. A lot of fireworks.
Had some murukus.
Oh man,
Biryani
I
all
miss
day, every
Murukus,
day.
bro.
I hope lah. I mean, I wish lah, but no.
Gotta get them ayam, man.
Right, I think before I start, please do remember to follow our socials.
Check us out,
our
yo.
Instagram, the Three Lattes, and also do check us out on Spotify and Apple Music pula again.
Apple Podcast, bro.
Apple Podcast, yes.
Oh my
Spotify
God.
and Apple Podcast.
Again.
How are you this consistent in making this mistake?
Oh well.
But anyways, yeah,
He
check
tried
us
his
out.
best.
We are the Three Lattes.
Hashtag
And-
Three Lattes.
Yeah. So before we start, it's a routine.
Yeah.
What's the hot take of the day? What's your hot take of the day?
My hot take of the day, I think a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but I don't care. I think Friends is a terrible show.
No, bro. Come on, man. You gotta hit me at where the heart hurt. What the heart
I
is.
never watched Friends before lah, so I don't know.
Oh, it's okay, you don't need to watch, bro. It's not much.
Oh, like that lah.
Okay lah. Usually
like-
when people talk about Friends, it's either you like Friends or you like Office lah, huh?
For me, it's super overrated. I feel like it's just the same sitcom tropes over and over again. I feel like the entire show was just about, oh, does Ross and Rachel get together? You know, if they got together in season 2 and just ended it there, that would have been it. That's the whole point. They dragged the entire storyline for 10 seasons, and the jokes were, I mean, maybe because I was watching it now and not in the 90s when it was released, but yeah, I think it's a super overrated show.
I think a lot of
But-
jokes have changed over the years lah. But I think one thing that there's only two sort of sides to this. Is either people who really like Friends or people who number one, the other thing that is overrated because maybe too much laugh track, or maybe the jokes are maybe
Yeah.
not as relatable anymore, you know.
It's a bit corny, I feel, but that's just me.
Okay. How about you, Simon?
Well, for me, my hot take of the day is that gratitude is the key to happiness.
Wow.
Yes.
You touched this last week.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
a bit,
yeah.
a bit
He did.
deeper, but I was just reflecting this morning as I woke up, and I was just
Reflecting.
I was just wow,
Mm.
gratitude is actually really important, and the more that we are thankful for the many things in our lives, the more we feel sort of good in a way. We feel better, we feel happier because because us as human beings, we always like to think of the negative things and so forth. So thinking,
focus on the positive.
yeah, being grateful for even the small things really makes a difference for your day. So gratitude, guys.
Wow. Preacher Simon.
I mean, it's a good one lah, huh? I also agree. Think
Okay.
for me is that, don't know if you guys know, Ed Sheeran released a new album and I don't like it, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Okay lah.
You know
I
what?
also don't really like it. actually.
I feel like no one even bothered.
Maybe Malaysia is not that.
I don't know,
okay,
but
it's
for
not
me,
as
like,
hype. It's
I-
not as hype. That's the thing.
It's like I prefer the
No,
old
but-
songs more lah.
True, but I think the hype thing is that when Divide came out, everyone was hype also. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Divide was good
yeah.
though for me.
But Divide was good.
Divide was good. Divide was good. Yeah.
But this new one,
I
it
think
was
it's
what?
washed. I think it's washed lah. I think it's dangerously going towards irrelevance now. Like
I think I don't know. I feel it has to do with the producer.
maybe. I
Okay,
just don't
then-
think it's the same.
Because majority of the songs
go into
Okay, we will not go into it.
because we know
Save it
I
for
was just
Simon
about
is
to go in, man. Like, oh,
Simon does music.
I can
Simon
talk this
does
for
music, so-
hours.
We can save that for another episode.
That's why.
Why
Because Simon
Ed
go in
Sheeran is
details,
falling
man.
out. The
Gone
music
lah. Our
industry.
podcast gonna go 2 days already, 2-3 days already. Okay.
All right.
So the topic, right, is what is more important in a relationship or dating lah. I think there are different like definition to it, but is it outer appearance or is it personality? So what do you guys think?
Interesting. What do I think? Okay. This is my long-winded response to this.
Go for it.
I think both outer appearance and personality matter, but hear me out. I think your outer appearance matters a lot in the beginning stage,
Yeah.
and then your personality comes through in terms of how important it is from there onwards. I think love at first sight is bullshit.
Maybe
I
not
feel.
love. It's like I think
Maybe
people put it.
attractiveness.
Yeah, like fling. Why not we just like change it? Like, instead of love at first sight, we call it fling at first sight.
Yeah, I feel like love is a thing that
I
like
think it's
evolves
because
through
like
time.
shows have like sort of like put the fall in love for the first sight. You know.
Yeah, but okay, to answer the question, I think
Yeah, come on, man.
Both things matter. But you know when people say, "Oh, your outer appearance doesn't matter to me" and all that, I think that's utter crap. I think end of the day, you're attracted to
Yeah.
a person. That's why you even approach them in the first place.
Yeah.
Hey, that one I tell you, I mean, most of us will say lah, like, why you like him or her or what, right? I mean, then you say personality. Then I was like, wait, what? Then do you like not care about the outer appearance anymore? Like, and then a lot of people will just say like, oh no, personality is more important. But then
yeah.
in reality, it's like
Sometimes I don't know whether they talk out one or not.
yeah lah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
it's
they
like-
talk out lah, but it really wait, outer appearance is actually like as important as
True.
as personality.
I
Okay lah,
agree,
I think
agree.
we agree. Yeah, that's all for this episode.
What?
We got the answer.
There's more to it, lah, I feel. I think
There's more to it. Yeah, there's more to
let's-
it.
more to it.
I think, yeah. How about you, Simon? What do you think?
Okay, Vinod. Actually, technically, Vinod summarized it. We can end the episode.
Right,
actually.
right. Summarize it. It's the end of the
My bad.
episode already.
I mean,
My bad.
okay. So, when we go way back, first impressions is what we call by the books. So we go by looks, and it's basically by the books. Then it
Okay.
moves on to like how the person interacts with you, how the person talks with you, psychologically, like body language, tone of voice, their style, their scent, their etiquette. All of this matter after once you had that. Oh,
Etiquette.
it's pretty
Etiquette.
good.
I haven't heard that word in a long
they look
time.
pretty good. So in my opinion, personality triumphs appearance, but we are
Okay.
only human, and attraction by looks is also important.
Correct.
Because let's be real, we have to think that he or she is handsome or pretty also in order to be attracted to them. Correct? You see?
Correct.
So like what Vinod says,
Preach
both
it.
have to go hand in hand. It's just a matter of who prefers what, and who prefers what. So whether it be appearance or personality, and that preference may affect the dating or the relationship if committed to in the future.
Yes,
Yeah.
Wow.
correct.
That's interesting. but I like what you. I'm still processing it.
We
lah,
are just
basically.
like processing,
I'm still
like okay.
processing it, like, but then, yeah.
I mean, it depends, lah. Because like, not depends. I think it's like more of like at which stage. Like when it comes, okay, look, we have to discern the differences between dating and relationship.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the differences?
Dating is the beginning stage when you get to know someone, when you meet someone, and you like a lot of people label this as the talking stage, right? when you're just getting to know someone, you're feeling them out, you're trying to know what they like, what they don't like. That for me is dating. Relationship is when you enter a phase of commitment. When you say, oh, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, it's just us now, right? So outer appearance is very key because let's face it, like as much as personality matters, right? When you see someone, the first thing that you see is how they look like. Correct?
Yes.
Correct. And
First
if you don't
impressions.
have that sense of attraction, you will never talk to them, you'll never approach them, and you'll never get to know their personality. So at that point, it doesn't matter if their personality match with you or not. As long as you're not attracted to them, you'll never find out. So it's a moot point, right?
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
I feel like I don't know, like I feel like, you know, this whole term of dating, right, is I find it very it's a bit funny because, like, in a way, to me, like, you know, when you're dating, you kind of like is the stage where you get to know the person and everything, right? But to me, that is in a way like friendship. It's just that you're taking it to like maybe just another level, but it's still friendship. Actually, you're not together or anything. It's just that, okay, maybe you guys have like
You're just
express
friends.
your feelings, but it's still friendship. It's just like you're just trying to spend more time with each other and to get to know maybe a little bit more on a deeper level, to the point until maybe like you're like, oh wow, I'm starting to develop like this emotional feeling called love for you. You know?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. I think
But like speaking, sorry, go on.
like what you say, Vinod. I think it differs like from different stages, cause like I agree with you with the one that you said. The beginning one, the appearance actually matters. Like the importance of like the appearance, right, is like so much higher than personality. Cause you don't even know that person yet, and the first thing you look at it is the outer appearance, right? The looks, and then the how that person dresses and everything, and that's what makes that person attractive to you, yeah. So that really says a lot. That without that, right, like you said, without that you wouldn't even get to know that person. Then personality doesn't even matter anymore. And so I agree with you where I say that outer appearance is important. Like it's like more important in the beginning stages, and then slowly as it goes in a relationship, then personality lah. Cause if you're committed to that person, right, confirm you're gonna spend a lot of time with that person, ma. And if you're gonna spend a lot of time with that person, that means you're gonna do a lot of things with that person, like activities or what. And I think it's true that daily activities you will see that different that or what that person is, like how like their character is, and it might clashes with you also. You know, you get what I mean?
Correct.
I mean, like,
But
I just want to put out there that we're not saying that attraction is all there is to it. It's just that it plays a part, and it's like like what Vinod said, it goes hand in hand. So don't think that, you know, just by us saying that attraction is important, that it's all that there is to it. But it's actually not. It's just the reality of how people sort of like start getting like feelings, or maybe they start like liking someone. But then there's also another case of like, let's say if I'm friends with you for a long time, and then suddenly I like start liking you, or like fall in love with you. But that's probably because not of looks.
Why do you do that?
Need to drama sikit, you know.
What does that mean? I need to know.
So it's like you know, when you know that person for so long, right? When you know that person for so long, right? It's like attraction doesn't really matter anymore, because attraction only lasts for a certain.
You know why? See that person share the sian already.
Yeah, but then the other thing that comes into play is that you like the person for their personality. You see?
Basically we have agreed that in the beginning stage the appearance matters, right?
Yeah.
So we're all for that. Okay.
Yep.
So we have established that outer appearance does have a value.
Indeed.
Correct?
Of course.
Now my question is, how much value can we put on outer appearance? Because we said that, okay, in the beginning, when you're starting to like someone, starting to get to know them, the outer appearance and how they look like and how they dress like and all these things, they matter. What if when you like go into a relationship, does it still hold any value?
Yes, it does. Definitely.
Okay, why?
I feel like when you are still in a relationship, you still have to be attracted to the person. Like, I mean, that's the whole like first impression, right? Let's say like, okay, you see this girl or guy, and then you're just like, oh wow, they're handsome, they're pretty. So like, you like how they look, and like how say you and then when you start to get to know them, then maybe their personality matches your personality. So my belief is that when personality matches with appearance, that is like the best bet that you can get for like a really good relationship.
Best scenario.
Yeah, the best scenario, because like but sometimes also it doesn't really work, right? So it really depends. The relationship is such a subjective thing to talk about. But appearance is still very important when it comes to like a relationship, when you are in a relationship. But then I won't say that it is as important as when you are starting out. It is more important when you are like sort of like getting to know someone and stuff like that. But hear me out here. When you're in a long-term relationship, right, the personality becomes the appearance, like it mixes together. So you are attracted to the appearance of their personality.
Damn.
What?
So it takes over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to process that, man. Okay, wait.
Boom. Personality takes over appearance.
Because
Is that what you're trying to say?
because
Okay,
it's
okay,
like
okay,
because it's like, how to say,
Not bad.
because it's like what
Interesting
Wei
take.
Yong says. This is so true. You ask any like uncle auntie, you think you think like they like still like they look when they're old or whatever. But some people they're all really like still like really old. They still really look at their wife or their stuff like that. They still say that, wow, you're so pretty. It's because generally those are like, like people with like those kind of like characteristic, that they are very like loving and all these
Yeah.
things like, you see. But sooner or later, when you're deep down into a relationship, very long run already, right, you're bound to sort of like lose attraction in terms of appearance, because hello, there's so many fish in the sea. We walk everywhere, we see so many faces. Of course, we get like attracted to one in a million things,
Of course, yeah. You
Yeah.
can still be attracted. You can still be attracted to other people even if you're in a relationship. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of keeping an open line of communication
It's
with
called
your partner.
commitment, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
Yeah.
it's not a case of like, oh, I'm with you, I found someone else attractive, but I must
Goodbye.
focus on you. Like I think it's a matter of keeping an open line of communication and saying we're all human. We're attracted to 100 different things we see a day, right? But as long as like there's an understanding that that this person is important, as priority placed on the relationship here, then the things you're attracted to outside of your relationship, it's like it's here, it's there, it's like it comes and goes. You just have
Yeah.
to deal with it. It's not a big issue for me.
Agreed.
For some people it can be a big issue, like, because there's like insecurities and like your inferiority superiority complex in a relationship, all these kind of things come into play.
Whoa, you
But
just mumble rap, man.
Inferiority superiority complex, do you know what that is?
No, that's
Oh my
why.
gosh, that was
It's
hilarious.
like in a relationship someone feels like they're lesser than or more than their partner.
Okay. Yeah, get
You
it?
get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously in a relationship, if you feel like you're lesser than a partner, you want to overcompensate by putting 100% into how you look like
Oh,
how you
yeah.
appear. You get what I mean? Like okay, for instance, let's say right, your partner, you feel like your partner is so attractive and
Yeah.
is more
Way
attractive
above your
than you.
league.
Yeah, like it's out of your league. Let's say
Out of
your
your league,
girlfriend is out of your league. When you
Yeah.
in your heart desire to match that attractiveness, because you
Yeah.
feel like this person is out of my league. If I don't match that sort of, if I don't step up, they might see me as someone less attractive, and I'm not worthy of them. Don't you ever feel that?
To be honest, some people they will change their appearances to match their partner's appearances a little bit.
Yeah.
But to some people, that's why communication is such an important thing. It depends on how your relationship is with your partner, or like when you're like dating or whatever lah. Okay, but first impressions are always very important to me. So I feel it's always good to dress up well, and to be decently dressed and not like wear flip flops and whatever. Although I love flip flops, they're so comfortable, but it's not like the thing that you would want to put on when you are going out, let's say on a date with someone lah. You know, you want to give that good first impression, ma. You see?
Yeah. How about you, Wei? I know you've not been in a relationship, but let's just say hypothetically, right? If
Hypothetically,
if you're in a relationship, like how much value do you place on appearance and like physical appearance? How much emphasis do you put on that?
Wei Yong
much,
cannot lah. Wei Yong so handsome.
Whoa,
Yeah.
relax. Relax, later I shy, man. But then I do think that outer appearance still plays like quite a important role, because I think I'm gonna say this lah. Like we all we are attracted to that person, right? But then imagine that most of the time it is their, how to say, they put out like the best form of themselves. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that and that's what attracted you at first. That's what attracted most of us. And then right, as you go into a relationship, you're gonna see we are not gonna see like that every day and consistently for like for however long the relationship is. You know, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna see like a different side of her or him, like in the terms of appearance lah.
Correct.
And that's why I say that it still hold like an important, still hold like value even when we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, let's just say like there's a couple, right? And then like along the way, one of them, maybe let's just say they start to care less about how they look like. The other partner, would they feel like if the other partner was you, wouldn't you feel like, you know, unattracted to the person? And then wouldn't that play a problem? Wouldn't that play a part in your, like, wouldn't that create a problem in the relationship? Like, let's just say when you're in a relationship, and then your partner starts to look less attractive to you. Maybe they don't put as much effort into looking their best, right? I mean, of course, you can't look your best all the time, but you know, sometimes people, they don't put the effort to look their best for their partner because they feel like it's an everyday thing, like, you know, don't care, you know, they're ignorant and all that. Let's just say that happens, right? And then you feel like your partner is becoming less attractive to you, which is, let's just call it, it's not a bad thing. Okay, it happens. You can't control it. Okay?
I feel it's normal, but
It's normal.
how to say, when you start to find your partner less attractive, you have to also ask the question, why?
Correct. You have to talk. You have to tell them. Oh, it does. Like, it's very common for couples to lose that sense of attraction as time goes on, right?
Do you
But
think
a lot
that's why
of
like
people-
breakups happen so much?
Yeah, I feel like there have been cases where, like, I feel like, you know, not I feel like, but I don't want to call anyone out or like tell you know, like, I want to keep a sense of anonymity, but one of my friends told me that when they broke up, one of the major reasons was that she started to like find her boyfriend less attractive.
Oh, that's sad, bro.
Yeah, but that's not the main reason. She said that it started from there, and then things started to unravel.
Yeah.
You know, so that just goes to show that in some relationships, because not all relationships are the same, but in some relationships, the appearance thing is a very big factor.
It is for some people.
And you can and some people will say like, oh, your appearance doesn't matter, personality is all that matters. I think that's an oversimplification of things. Personality does matter, but there's a reason why you even got together with the person in the first place, and that started from physical attraction.
That's why it's so important when you are attracted to a person, like physically, and when you're in a relationship with the person, right? If you can't transition to, how to say, being more attracted to their personality, then that's a problem. If you're compromising too much, which is what we'll get into later, is what I'll talk about later also when we move forward, is that when we are compromising too much also, that also affects the relationship down the line. If all that you think of and all that you focused on was actually attraction, you see. So personality is oversimplification, appearance and personality matters down the line. Really, really matters.
Yeah.
But so does appearance last?
Of course not. All of us get uglier by the day.
Yes, it will last.
True, right?
In the eye of the beholder.
Correct. Yeah, that's a sense of perspective.
Okay. So
perspective lah. But
I mean, we talk about appearance, and we all also agree that it matters. I mean, like it is important as well lah. But also that different relationships like different one ma. So we cannot say like, we cannot like specifically say like your relationship is the appearance is matters the most or what. But I think now we move into personality. So we talk a lot about appearance. What about personality? Because we all say that it's also as important. So maybe you all can explain and see how is it important.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
Personality, okay, when we are diving into personality, right, I feel, and this is my belief, and this is what holds a relationship together, because personality is the core of every relationship. You may start off liking someone for their looks, but in the end, looks don't last, and they're not sustainable. But what is sustainable? Personality. Personality grows, it develops, and it grows, especially when being in a relationship together, it grows together with the other person. You see? So it's actually, you can say that the drive or the core of every relationship. So personality can also mean that, okay, maybe like I'm starting to lose attraction for you a little bit. So like I decide to maybe just dress up nice for you for a few days or something like that, because I want to show you that, I still love you and all these things and different things like that. Am I right?
Correct.
So you have to be attracted to their personality too, and not only looks. Others later, of course, we all know relationships won't last long. I feel like at the end of the day, personality is actually like such a strong value. Actually, like I feel a lot of people tend to speak of it very vaguely because they're just like maybe it's just their personality. I like their personality, but then it's actually like it's very important. It's very crucial. You can't like someone that you don't like. You see, correct?
So how do you like someone? How do you transition?
I mean, that's
you can't like someone you don't like.
But then it's
Put
like,
that on
it's
a poster, bro.
It's like, imagine, okay, you have attraction and you have personality, you have appearance and personality. Then when you like someone, their appearance is there, but then like you think their personality is just like 50, 20, 30. Then when this dies down, what are you gonna do about this?
Correct. He has to make up. He has to compensate.
Yeah, so you talk
go.
about that, right? I just now someone you said that just now you said you said something like personality is the something like that lah. You said like the personality.
He basically said personality triumphs appearance.
Yeah. So personality
so how do you
becomes
transition from that?
Attraction. Yeah.
How do you transition from like appearance to personality?
Okay, here's my thing. Okay, personality. Okay, what is personality? Personality is
Dictionary.
For me, I don't have a dictionary definition to it lah. But for me,
Merriam-Webster.
personality is how the person's core values, how they behave, their interest and all this is it attributes to their personality, correct?
Yeah,
and that's that for me is important. In a relationship, the outer appearance, the attraction to it will be fleeting, and that's when your personality shines, and that's when have you ever heard this? People say that your personality makes you look 100 times more attractive.
Yes.
Correct. How many
So
times
right.
have we seen people, maybe they're not physically the most attractive, but because the way they behave, they're so happy, they smile and all this, right? The energy is so the energy is so like I don't know what's the word. The energy is so
lively.
It affects the way we perceive them. It affects the way they look, and affects the way we
definitely
see them. Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's where personality plays a part in making sure that you still stay attracted to this person.
At the end of the day, right? You don't like someone who is attractive, but their character is so dull.
Yeah, that's also you see, it goes both ways. It cuts both ways. Like you can be attracted to someone, they don't have the personality, it won't work out. You cannot be attracted to someone, but then the personality is still there. There's still a chance of you making it work, because the personality will make you look better. I feel because I personally feel like I'm not the best looking guy out there, but I feel like
humble.
no, but I think that's a common thing, right?
You
Nobody here says,
bro.
I feel like you're the only one that says that.
Come on, Simon, say it too, Simon.
But I feel like
say it with me. Comment down below. Vinod, then put the fire emoji.
No, but I feel like a lot of people, they feel like they're not the most attractive person out there. But how do they still get people to be attracted to them? It's their personality, correct?
Correct.
But here is where I want to ask a question about personality. We talk about personality like it's a big game, but is it a matter of you have to have the same personality for it to make it work, or you can have different personalities? It can be something like opposites attract. Like how do you know which is gonna work? Do you need to have the same personality, or is it a case of opposites attract? Like
this is so subjective, yeah.
Correct. Like how do you draw the line?
I think when you're attracted to that person's personality, the reason why you're attracted to the person's personality is because that that person has similar
traits.
Traits. As you.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, that explains itself there. So I personally feel that even if you I personally feel that similar personality lah. I mean, there's like opposites attract. I mean, it can work, just that it takes a lot more effort and communication and sacrifice, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the thing, would you date yourself? Like let's just say because you say you're attracted.
I can't date myself.
You look in the mirror.
No, it's not yourself.
Man.
The thing
How
is,
you doing
okay. The thing is, when we say that similar personality or similar traits, right? No matter how similar it is, there will be some difference one because everyone is different.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Yeah.
So now you cannot say that I date myself because me and myself is
that's why I wanted you to touch on that, because when you say similar traits, then you have to ask yourself the question: if someone else appeals to me, if let's say on doorstep there's a female version of me, would I actually date that person?
Female version. Yeah. Why not you ask
Would
yourself?
you date? No, the thing is I won't. I won't date the same version as me, because if they're similar to me, I'll have the same problems with them I have with myself.
Okay. That's why it's subjective now.
You see what I mean? As I say, it's an open discussion lah, right?
Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong answer.
But I feel if you even date someone with the similar traits as you, sometimes it might be a good thing also, because you're like, because
you
they know what I
together.
like, you see? They know what they're doing.
But I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think there has to be a balance. You can't date someone 100% similar to you, because
others we all just go date ourselves. No, make clothes with ourselves.
Yeah. Why you want to date this person? You just be yourself. Correct.
Yeah.
But how do you strike a balance? Is it like 70% similar trait, 30% a different trait?
The thing is,
or like how do you?
There's no how lah. I don't know how.
Correct.
Also lah.
There's no. I think we all can start a research sort of like article lah. But here's my point of view when it comes to this kind of like or whether opposites attract or similarities and everything like that. Okay, I feel when it comes to opposites attract, it is more of like, okay, you know that there are some relationships where guys or girls, they are kind of like quote unquote turned on by the thing that they don't like about someone.
What?
I don't know, man.
That's
I don't
thing?
get it.
Yeah,
Elaborate to me.
okay, elaborate is like let's say if like there's this they find like maybe like that specific characteristic of that individual like they don't like, maybe like cute or quirky, you know, something like that, where it's like I can handle it, you know. It's something that I find very interesting about the person, although it's something that I don't like. Okay, but when I'm saying about that, now that also transitions to compromising. Okay, so when we go to opposites attract and all those things, right, it is basically about how much an individual is compromising in that relationship to sort of like
accommodate the other.
accommodate the things that they don't like. That's why
Yes.
some people, they say, okay, or like in another sense also, like when opposites, we say opposites attract, right? Let's say in very simple terms, I'm very extroverted and I find someone who's very introverted. So opposites attract. The introverted person may make the extroverted person a little bit more slightly introverted, you know, because like, you know, sometimes maybe they go out too much, they talk too much, you know, or all these different things that is maybe the negative trait of someone, of an individual. Or like and like and it can also the individual person might become a little bit more extroverted, so they might be able to talk with people a bit more, approach people, you know. That is the sort of the positive things about opposite attract. Okay, that's what in a
Do
way
they have to like meet in the middle? Some way?
that's the whole point
Right.
about
Like they have to complement each other, like,
yeah,
correct?
they have to complement each other, whether it be in a appearance, and in personality, because at the end of the day, it's all about like compromise. Like I'll give you guys an example. Okay, in my previous relationship, right, like I
Spill the tea, bro.
I dated this person. I won't jump into much lah. I dated this person whom
Okay,
I
we got
felt
all the time, man.
I dated this person who I felt like was really, I felt like she was really pretty and all these things like that. But certain character traits were not what I wanted in a relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Alright.
still, I progressed in the relationship with that individual because I feel like, okay, maybe I can make this work because I'm that kind of person. I want to try to make a relationship work. But sometimes
Yeah.
that's not how things go. And that's why I want to emphasize that when you yourself in a relationship, when you're dating someone who is that has too many of those like red flags that you don't really like, something like that, or like those traits that you don't like, and you start compromising too much of your own self to the point like you're
losing yourself.
Yeah,
and
you're
stuff.
losing yourself, or like you're losing your core value. You're losing or like you're not to the point taking care of yourself. You're not loving yourself. In a relationship, you still have to love yourself even though you love the other person. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to share that love with that other individual as well, your partner?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why it's really important to know like how much you're actually compromising. If you're compromising too much, right, then you have to start to take a step back and reflect on like, okay, is this right for me? And another thing is that, is the other half compromising for me too? Does she know that does he or she know that this character trait of hers or him like is sort of like ticking me off or something like that? Then maybe they'll try to dial it down. Or the best thing is that they'll talk it with you.
Yeah.
You know?
It has to be a two-way, right?
Yeah, they work it out. Yes. So
You do your
that's
like both sides also like do their part in making it work together.
that's what's called relationship. It's relational.
I feel like I feel like personality is a very in-depth thing lah. And like in my experience, I always found that I have troubles when I start to like someone who's similar to me. Because obviously when you see someone who relates to you and understands your point of view, it's very convenient. And you start to like them. It's super convenient to like someone who's just like you. But when things get deeper, right, the things that make you mad about them, the character traits that piss you off about them are the character traits you possess as well.
That means you want someone who's like, who challenges you, who gives you...
there has to be a point where the person has to challenge me also.
Who gives you like instead of giving your own opinion, you want them to give a really different opinion.
Like challenge my opinions, challenge like if I were to say something
Girls,
about
you're hearing this,
a particular topic. I mean, it's not about me. I mean, it's about me, but also I feel like I speak for other people also, right? There are some people who like they want people to challenge them. They don't want people who's very similar to them. They want people who can challenge their opinions, challenge their beliefs, challenge their thoughts, and that could be a thing that unites them. Correct?
True,
because
true,
as
true.
people, we are all very different, but how do we still coexist? Correct. So when that's the macro part of it. When you dial it down to the micros of your relationships, obviously you want someone who offers a different set of opinions, a different set of perspectives, and that's why I feel like having someone that is a polar opposite of you is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends. Yeah.
You can make it work, but obviously
it is not a red flag.
But know when it gets too far.
Not a major red flag.
But know yourself when it gets too far. When it's too much.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. That's not to say everyone that's polar opposites can make it work lah. It's a matter of like.
That's why
like
it's
I
always
said, how do you
important
meet in the middle?
It's always important to not to say every time lah, but have a time where you can sit down to sort of like just think about that relationship or that person. Just like reflect like how things might go or like how things are developing. Is it for the good or for the bad? You know, for yourself, for her, for him, all these different things. It's like, you know, it has to check the boxes. You know, it has to do like this kind of like sort of like what's the word? The like sort of like a rundown, like to just check, like I don't know.
I get what you mean. I don't have the word as well. It's always when you're recording the podcast, we lose our vocabulary. You know, I don't know why.
I tell you, man. We need dictionary on our side, man. Every time.
Bro, my vocab damn weak when it comes to recording podcasts. I don't know how. But yeah, that's my take on that's my take on personality.
Girls. So now you know
takes,
how Vinod. Now you know how Vinod's character trait is. Please write it down. Okay, he's someone who challenges. Okay.
What is his match?
Want someone to challenge him and make him a
Cupid.
better person. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Cupid.
Right. But I think both things are very interesting, lah. Like, cause like for Simon talked about how compromising, like how two sides must be able to be to understand each other and to compromise, and then to understand that it's a two-way thing. Like that's why it's called relationship, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
But then again, everyone, you know, this is our opinions, okay? This is what we feel about our relationship. This is what we feel about dating. This is what we feel about personality traits, and what we feel about appearances. You know, so what is your opinion? Do let us know down in the comments.
Correct. So it's like at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. Whether it is similar personality or if it's like total opposite.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's good and bad. It's just there's a solution to both lah. And it all like it depends on different people, different relationships and all.
Yes.
Yeah, which I think that's the main point of it lah. Because we don't want to say like one side is bad and you know you should totally stay off it. No, that cannot be right. And the whole point is to make sure that we all know that both are also not a bad thing. Even when it comes to personality lah, in a relationship. Yep. Yeah. I think it's about time now. We should wrap it up soon. So before we go, do you guys have anything to let the people that listening like know?
I'll let Vinod go first. Then I'll wrap it up.
All right. Just to wrap up my thoughts on this personality versus appearance thing. Appearance does matter. And you should not take it lightly. Anyone who says appearance doesn't matter to them when it comes to dating or relationship, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself.
Be honest with yourself, everyone.
You live in a different world, man.
Yeah, we are living. You're delusional, man.
It's like you need to wake up, bro.
Don't live in
Get
your
off your
K-drama,
meds,
okay? Or that romance
live
movie
in
that you've been watching.
We live in a physical growing world, so physical relationships require physical attractiveness and all this. So obviously, physical appearance does matter when it comes to relationships, and then personality will shine through and will make you 10 times more attractive. And when it comes to a case of when it comes to personality, does it have to match your personality, or can it be something opposite? Well, it depends on the individual. Some people like it when it's similar to them. Some people prefer when it's like a polar opposite of them. Both ways can work. But dating and relationships, it all comes down to being honest with each other, having an open line of communication and all that.
Yes.
And just to wrap it up, appearance matter, personality matters, both things matter. Don't
You
take both
matter.
things lightly. Yeah, all of us matter.
How about Simon?
Okay,
Thanks, bro.
in my opinion, in my opinion, appearance in our society definitely comes first, lah, huh? Or like in any society
definitely.
of the current generation. Then personality, but to some, it's actually the other way around. To be very frank, sometimes to some people it's personality first and attraction comes later, and then they'll just be like, oh crap, they're actually quite handsome, they're actually quite pretty, because
Wow.
they didn't like the person for their appearance. Probably they
Interesting.
just like them
yes.
for their
That's happened to a lot of
character
people actually.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Damn,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, the reason why I say appearance comes first, right? Just look at Tinder, for example, or dating apps. When we see someone attractive, we swipe right, swipe left.
Swipe.
I've forgotten the name. So we swipe, yeah. So that in itself is already proof that appearance comes first, and then personality dictates the final decision on whether or not you want to proceed with that person in like a dating or like a relationship and stuff like that. But the bottom line, and all in all, be sure of what you want in a relationship. Most importantly, please don't play with other people's feelings. They're not toys or tools for you to use for your own progression and for your own well-being or whatever. Okay. Important thing is to learn from your mistakes. Be more cautious and discerning, and most importantly, remember and know your own core values.
Correct. Don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good, man, Simon. That's good. Well, really not bad way. Like really interesting. Like, cause it's so subjective, right? This topic.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So it's like a debatable topic. Like it can be like a debate sort of like.
You can
section.
debate and there can never be a winner.
That's right.
There's no right. There's no
Yeah,
right or
because
wrong.
it varies
It's
from people to
literally
people. That's something
Yeah.
that's so interesting about human beings. All of us are so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we all break up with a girlfriend or boyfriend after this, don't blame us, okay? It's our opinions.
That is just our own opinions, guys. We already say it countless times already.
Yeah.
Don't
But
comment.
girls, if you all break up, just know that Wei Yong is single, lah.
Oh, I don't
You need to
know.
relax,
He will pick up your pieces and he'll put them together.
Like a jigsaw puzzle.
Okay. It's time to end this
The missing
episode.
piece. Wei Yong.
Oh, okay.
Later, this one become matchmaking already. All this.
Matchmaking.
All right. I hope
man.
y'all learn something. Hope y'all like gain a new perspective. As I
Hope we
always
brighten up
say
your morning.
at the end of the lesson, at lesson
Yes,
end of the
sir.
episode, end of the episode.
Well, lesson.
Wow, we're out of
End
class.
of the episode, I always say that hope you all like take away like new perspective. And every episode comes out at 10 a.m. Monday. So
Yes.
please check us out on our socials and
Do that.
and
Do that.
stay tuned. Maybe there'll be more content coming in the future. And yeah, that's all for today. That's all from me, Simon and Vinod.
Hey.
We'll see you guys next week. Right.
See you guys.
Alright, bye.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Stay Gucci.
Hey.